All right. Welcome in, everyone. We're
Oh,
diving deep today, and
diving deep.
we are into the world of home care. And
Big topic.
it really is. And actually, it's something that I've been thinking about a lot lately, even just personally. I was talking to a friend the other day, and
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and they were, their parents getting older, and they're starting to think about, okay, what are we going to do? Do we need more support? And they were just overwhelmed, like completely overwhelmed with, all the options. And
Well, and it is overwhelming. I mean, there's so many things to think about. And
it is.
yeah.
And it made me think like, man, we need to unpack this. Like people need to really wrap their heads around what home care is all about. Like what are the good things? What are the maybe not so good things?
The ins and outs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing today. We're going to be looking at this promotional material
Hmm.
from Home Care by Bertha.
Okay.
And we're going to kind of see like what it tells us about the bigger picture
Yeah.
of home care. So, when you think about home care, like what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Well, I think for a lot of people, it's this idea of aging in place, right? Like
Yeah.
instead of going to a nursing home,
Yeah.
you can stay in your home,
Right. Right.
which I think is really appealing for a lot of folks.
Totally. And this document, it really plays that up,
Mm-hmm.
like big time. They talk about, we provide personalized care, independence, emotional well-being.
Right.
They're really selling this idea that,
Mm.
like, you can live your best life, but still be in your comfortable, familiar surroundings.
Absolutely. And it makes sense. I mean, most people, as they get older, they don't want to feel like they're losing control or
Mhm.
independence. And
Mhm.
for families, it's huge peace of mind knowing that their loved one is in a safe place and they're getting that care that they need. So it's no wonder that this model of care is, becoming so popular.
Yeah, for sure, for
Yeah.
sure. But okay, so we've got this like, rosy picture being painted, right? But they also get into some downsides, like potential risks.
Mhm.
And they don't sugarcoat it. I mean, they're talking about things like caregivers showing up late or even falling asleep on the job.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And even like property damage and theft.
Oh, no.
Right. And it's like you're already in a vulnerable position if you
That's
need this
rough.
kind of care.
You're trusting someone to come into your home and,
Right.
and take care of you or a loved one. I mean, that's a big deal.
Exactly. And I think that's what makes this Home Care by Bertha document kind of interesting because they're clearly acknowledging those downsides.
Yeah.
And then trying to show how Bertha is different.
Okay.
They talk about her experience,
Mm-hmm.
how protective she is of her clients,
Interesting.
her honesty, how quickly she learns new things.
Okay.
So what do you think about that approach?
Well, I think it's really important to acknowledge the potential downsides because, like
Right.
we said, this is a vulnerable population and they really need
Right.
to be able to trust the people that they're bringing into their homes.
Absolutely.
So I think it's smart of them to kind of address that head on.
Right. And to show that they understand those concerns
Exactly.
and then try to present Bertha as someone who's,
Yeah.
different.
Right. Like a solution to those problems.
Right. Exactly. So one thing that really stood out to me in this document, it's not just about being a good person. It's about having the right qualifications.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's where they're trying to like, I don't know, pull at your heartstrings a little bit with this whole Bertha's honest, Bertha's protective. It's like they're presenting her as the solution to all the problems that they just listed.
Right. And I think that speaks to, what people are looking for, that
Mm.
trustworthiness, that reliability.
So as we got to wrap up our deep dive here, what's like the one big thing you want to leave our listener with?
Really do your research.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you're advocating for yourself or for your loved one,
Right.
and you deserve to have the best possible care.
Yeah.
Some people might really appreciate a caregiver who is very watchful and, kind of looking out for them all the time.
Yeah. And luckily, they actually included Bertha's email address in this document.
Oh, perfect.
It's silva.letty1970@gmail.com.
Okay.
So you can reach out to her directly
Oh,
and ask her all those great questions.
that's great.
So just to recap a little bit, home care can be amazing,
Yes.
but it's really important to be aware of the potential risks
Absolutely.
and to do your due diligence.
Fairly vet anyone you're
Yes.
considering.
Background checks, references, all of that.
Yeah.
This document for Home Care by Bertha highlights her experience, honesty, and that overprotective quality.
Yeah.
It's not just meeting the basic needs, but it's actually like, enhancing quality of life.
Yeah.
So keep asking those tough questions because the answers are out there.
They are.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in to the deep dive. We'll catch you next time.
See ya.